Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Pisces reading, active on the 18th of the month. This is our moment of stillness, of silence, the beginning of something as something else is closing out. So there is a kind of in-between and melding of the closing of a cycle and the spiraling up of a new one. Seeds that you are planting, have been planting, are still germinating in the dark, so you're not able to see everything that is growing. But you're still setting intentions, you're still finding your alignment at this moment. So I'm starting with 2 oracle cards and cards for the sun and the moon, which is the definition of a new moon, a conjunction between those 2 bodies. And I'm going to start with the energy archaeology for the card that I pulled for you, which is forgiveness. The bones that this relates to, as the energy archaeology uses the skeleton, the bones of the skeleton to define energy pathways, is the patella, which is in front of the knee, and is a bone that it ages. It gets harder as we age. So when this energy is in balance, the key words are radiating, effusive, and joyful. And the wisdom reads, waiting for something to happen, something to change, or an apology that may never come, binds you in a tangled web of energy, people, and circumstances. The stiffness you feel, the stilted movement, and the blocked path have nothing to do with those people or circumstances and everything to do with what you're willing to carry, whether consciously or unconsciously. Release yourself. Forgiveness may be the hardest work you'll do in your life, but it is also the most freeing. When you sink to the ground in prayer, submission, supplication, or what may feel like defeat, you're placing your patellas on Mama Earth. That's your knees. This grounds you in a deeper elemental container for release and reinforces that forgiveness is work you don't have to do on your own. The earth will hold you until you can find the strength you need to forgive. Rise up and once again continue on your path. Forgiveness is the most radical act of self-compassion. The trick is to remember the lesson you learned when you were on your knees. Really beautiful energy, and coupled with divine guidance from the Talisman Tarot, this is really a point of inner liberation, I think, for you. Often when forgiveness comes up, we've done so much of the work within to be authentic, to be honest, to be real about ourselves, our capacities, and our actions. Particularly having done the work to address the guilt, the fear, the anger we may continue to carry towards circumstances or individuals outside or beyond our own lives, our own personal actions. And this is where you lean into the wisdom of others, particularly your ancestors, whether those ancestors be relatives, family members that have passed on, or the earth itself, which is a phenomenal universal ancestor that is always available for us to consult. In the movement of the leaves, in the blooming of flowers, in the activity of the birds, the bees, and the animals that make their home, their habitat in the earth. This is ways in which we are being guided to release these powerful energies that pull upon our inner resources, that tie us to the past, that tie us to individuals or circumstances that are far beyond our control, and that refuse to accept the humanness of all involved, including others who may have uh, worked against our interest, and the self, forgiving the self for being for putting up with a circumstance or an energy that wasn't acceptable, that did not serve us. In the energy for the sun is the Ace of Staffs. So this is really about the way that, again, you are initiating the work that you do with others. This is describing to me the habits and the routines that you have been creating, new habits, new routines to accommodate new experiences, new feelings, new learnings. Understanding and aware that you're not familiar with all of the experiences you're having, all the things that you are becoming aware of. This bountiful, generous world that surrounds you, you're experiencing in a new way. And as a result of that, you are looking at how you can stay energized to meet the opportunities that are all around you. You can sustain that growth, the opportunities that you have manifested. This is a giant energy of creation. And in order to engage creation, we have to use our hearts, our imaginations. And that is very key in this particular moment when you're setting intentions, planting seeds, not exactly sure of how things are going to end up, having to pivot, having to adjust as things change or evolve in a way that you hadn't anticipated. That's about recognizing possibilities, believing in your own magic, the magic of your own manifestation, and being receptive to receive what is. The energy for the moon, the Ten of Cups. This is about a beautiful world, the beautiful world that we can make, we can live, we can have. In some way, you are creating this beautiful world, not just for yourself, but for your community, your collective. And you're recognizing that what makes this world beautiful and abundant is the ability to identify resources that you value on your own terms. This is about a sharing community. This is not about a competitive community that isolates, hoards, or uh, uh, manipulates. This is about the good faith effort of sharing what you have and seeing it amplified by the variety of needs that it can accommodate. This is about feeling safe to experience all your emotions, knowing that the opportunity to share those deeper feelings and experiences lends wisdom to others, models behavior, healing behavior for others. Working through problems together brings unexpected solutions. And this is the world that you are a part of. This is the world you're creating. It is definitely an alternative, and it is definitely inclusive. If this reading is resonating with you so far, Libra, please like this channel, subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, like this video for sure, share it if you're inclined, and don't be shy about dropping me a comment. I love, love, love the support that I've been receiving from you. It means everything to me. It is so nourishing, and I just appreciate your presence here in your reading. If that's the support that you lend, that is enough. So for the present here, the Ace of Swords, this is about the truth, your truth, the truth of what you need, what you require in order to give. And as a Libra, you are very aware of the equity that is involved in any effort, any collective effort, that things be modeled in a way that makes them available for everyone to participate from their own space of strength. You're very much about opening up to ideas. You're curious about what information and ideas other people bring to even a project that is yours. You understand that it takes a village. It is yours, but you can't do it alone, and you don't expect to. In fact, there is a quotient of loving, uh, multiplied, manifold loving and effort that you recognize is in itself healing. This is your truth. This is looking for ways to incorporate a healthy alternative process in the creation of making something a real alternative from the status quo. In the past, the Two of Cups. Why this feels to me like a really, really beautiful, bountiful relationship with self that is generating, has generated for you a multiplicity of relationships that are deep connections that you don't need to nurture on the daily, that can exist in a space of absence, but that are available to you and to your partners or relationship uh, others in a way that is eternally enriching to you, that allows you to feel protected and safe, honored, and always supported. There may be a relationship that is particularly salient to you right now, and it feels like it is a familial relationship that doesn't exclude a romantic relationship or a spouse, but it feels like it is a deep friendship that supersedes any kind of familial identity. In other words, this could be with a child, a parent, a sibling, as well as a spouse. This can be the combination of relationships that are relevant to you now, that you have really worked hard to be true to who you are, what you need, and what you want. Truly responsive. And in the future, we have the Death card. And the beautiful thing about this is it really describes the transformation that you've set into motion. Something about the quality of this time, the new moon in Pisces, is really allowing you to uh, let the sort of shackles of the past fall away. You are reborn as truly liberated. And this transformation, you have become an agent of transformation through the work that you are birthing now. It's not as though you started this or are starting this in the future. This is something you've long started, and it is gaining steam, but it's so important that you set your intentions as you move forward, because the possibilities have shifted even from a couple of months ago. Things are moving quickly. The world is changing quickly, and there are new opportunities for you that you hadn't anticipated when you began this project. But the project itself, this new opportunity, this new home, this new training or education, this new job is actually impacting change in the world in a way that you had not expected or anticipated. I'm going to clarify the Two of Cups in the past with, what was that? The Three of Pentacles, and the Temperance card clarifies the Ace of Swords. And for the Death card, okay, I'm going to take on top, we have the Ace of Wands. Wow. There's some good ones here. I am going to stick with that. Otherwise, I'll be talking for hours. The Two of Cups clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Yes, your significant relationships have become collaborations, have become partnerships in the sense of not just business, but in the sense of creating this thing, contributing to this project, bringing together the resource power, the idea factory, the think tank that is behind what it is you're building, what it is you're imagining, you're creating. You are based upon deeper connections. They may be far outside of your intimate family. They may be providing you access to other experts, unknown people that you are forming a deep connection with through this thing that you are creating and building together. Again, this really points to your process, and there's a lot here about the way that you're bringing people together as collaborators rather than as assistants or those who are assigned contractors. In other words, even contractors are becoming collaborators in the best sense of the word. So what it is you need, you must be in constant communication about your needs so that they can use their best creative skills to provide what it is that you're looking for. So this is a very dynamic and supportive, honoring, respectful team of thinkers that you're working with, team of authors almost. In the present, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Temperance, and the Temperance again describes how long ago you started working on this. Because my thought is you began working on this as an expression of your own individual creative gift. And through your ability to negotiate the best circumstances that you could create for yourself to express yourself in the most healthy, supported way, it has developed into something far bigger, something that can accommodate an entire community, a family, a group, a team in a way that feels absolutely clear as a bell to you. You may, in many ways, have decided on exactly what you're creating now a long time ago. But the means to achieve that has taken you some time, some healing, some patience, navigating the trials and tribulations of your life, of a vastly changing world, a vastly different set of social circumstances and resources that are available to you now. You're a part of that. You have been part of manifesting that, but it has come with a tremendous dose of patience over a tremendous period of time. And in the future, the Death card again is describing a repeat card here. The Ace of Staffs is the Ace of Wands. And this rebirth that is doubled here. You are transforming not only your own life, but the lives of others. This is an impact you're making on bringing a whole community together, something a whole community can participate in. And that's the change, the agency that you are bringing to a region of the world, a region of the earth, the impact you're having on the resources of the earth, the same places where you have gained your inspiration, where you gain your healing, where you gain your guidance. You're giving back to that. And that is by conscious design on your part. You're wiping away something that previously existed that was damaging, that was extracting, that was exploiting the earth. And you're altering that, you're transforming that into something that inspires others and generates growth for an entire community and a new way of life, a new way of creative expression, social expression, and living in community. So I'm going to finish up this reading with the Crystal Oracle and hope this has been helpful to you. And the clear quartz naturally is the Ace of Swords picture. The key word is clarity. I have clarity in all aspects of my life. Thank you so much, beautiful Libras. I so appreciate you. Until next time, namaste.